6-minute podcast. Business, study, life.
Okay, so you're here because you want to get past the glamour shots and understand what being famous is really like.
Exactly. We've got this source, basically a list that breaks down the good stuff and the bad stuff about being in the public eye.
Right. And our mission today in this deep dive is to sift through all that noise, get to the heart of it, and give you a balanced perspective.
Let's do it. This source really lays out the big advantages and also the challenges, the ones you don't always hear about. Should we start with the perks?
Yeah, let's kick off with the benefits. First up, and it's the obvious one maybe, the money. Our source talks about these huge incomes, the fancy lifestyles. It's definitely a major draw, isn't it? You see it everywhere.
Oh, absolutely. And the source mentions this isn't just spending money. It's like fuel for investments, businesses.
Yeah.
Their reach expands financially, too.
Good point. And it's not just about having cash, right?
Right.
The source also highlights the influence they get, a platform.
A massive platform. They can actually sway public opinion, support causes. That's real power, something the source definitely emphasizes.
Yeah, the ability to make change or at least bring attention to things. Their voice carries,
It really does. Reaches millions. It's a unique position for advocacy.
Okay, now this next one the source brings up is really interesting. The access. Like invitations to these super exclusive events, travel perks you wouldn't believe, rubbing shoulders with, other really influential people. It's a whole different level of networking.
That's a key point in the source. This access opens doors, leads to new collaborations, builds an incredibly powerful network, things you or I wouldn't even know about.
For sure. And then there's the recognition side, the admiration.
Right.
Our source talks about just widespread fame, fans cheering, the respect they get. That must have a pretty big psychological impact, getting that kind of positive feedback all the time.
It definitely can. The source suggests it's like a big boost to self-esteem, a motivator. But as the source also points out, there's a flip side to all that attention.
Exactly where I was going. Let's switch gears to the problems highlighted in our source. And the big one, maybe the biggest, is the loss of privacy.
Total lack of it, often.
That constant media glare, photographers everywhere always feeling watched. It's a massive trade-off for the fame, isn't it? Your private life just vanishes.
And the source stresses how this impacts their families, their kids, their partners. Trying to have a normal moment becomes, almost impossible sometimes.
Which feeds right into the next point from the source. The pressure and the stress.
Oh, yeah. Constant pressure.
Having to be on 24/7, maintain this perfect image. You can just imagine the mental toll. The source connects this directly to mental health issues.
It does, and it links it to the unrealistic expectations that everyone, the public, the media, puts on them. They're under this intense microscope.
Yeah, unrealistic expectations. That's the next point, exactly. Our source says they're held to these incredibly high standards.
Almost impossible standards sometimes.
Right, and any little slip-up, any mistake, it just gets blown way out of proportion. Harsh criticism follows immediately. We see that constantly.
And the source suggests this leads to, anxiety, a real fear of saying or doing the wrong thing. It stifles them.
And the final problem, our source details, this one feels really personal. Relationship difficulties.
Yeah, this one's tough.
Fame, according to the source, really strains personal connections. There are trust issues, crazy demanding schedules, just the sheer intensity of that life.
It's hard to maintain genuine, supportive relationships, the source notes, navigating trust when you're that famous. That's a huge challenge.
So putting it all together, our source paints this picture. Incredible rewards on one side, wealth, influence, access, adoration.
Huge upsides.
But matched with these really significant challenges on the other. Privacy gone, constant pressure, impossible expectations, and difficulty keeping relationships strong. It's quite the contrast.
It really is. This deep dive, based on our source, shows the reality is, way more complicated than just the highlights we see. The benefits are real, but the sacrifices are too. They're tangled together.
So it leaves us, and you listening, with something to think about, doesn't it? Considering these highs and lows laid out in the source, what actually makes for a good life, a fulfilling life? Does it really have anything to do with being famous or not?
6-minute podcast.